From Kokomo Municipal Stadium in Kokomo, Indiana, the Rockford Rivets go for a series sweep today as they take on the Kokomo Jackrabbits, the second of two games in this set on a beautiful Friday night in central Indiana. Rockford off a 4-3 win yesterday, their first win in a week exactly, snapping a 7-game losing skid, their longest of the season. Here's their lineup today. Caleb Durbin bats first and plays short. Ben Rosengard over at third base is second. Jake Vanderwall is in the 3-hole batting in right field. Matt Higgins at the cleanup spot is in left. Johnny Butler in the 5 spot at center field. He homered yesterday. Aaron Mann at first base is 6th. Tom Jolson in the DH spot batting 7th. Michael Zavoli doing the catching for a second straight game is in the 8th spot. And Josh Dutton rounds out the order. He's hitless in 8 straight games and playing in his usual spot at second base for Rockford. Opposing pitcher is Parker Sosovsky, the Grand Rapids, Michigan native from Kalamazoo College, the lefty hurler. ERA of 3.13 and a win-loss record of 1-1, making his 4th start of the season for the Kokomo Jackrabbits. First time he's faced Rockford this season. So Caleb Durbin leads off against him, the righty. Rockford will put out 6 righties and 3 lefties, 3 righties against Sosovsky. Third base side, the lineup and the first pitch to Caleb Durbin is a slider that falls over the middle for a strike at 74. 0-1 to Durbin. Durbin is 3 for 11 through his first 3 games of the season. He's hitting all 3 of his games he's played. No balls and a strike. The wind and the pitch to Durbin. Slider again, high and away. 1 ball and 1 strike from Sosovsky. Durbin from Wash U St. Louis, the Lake Forest, Illinois native. 5'8" freshman. 1 ball and a strike. Sosovsky. Belt high set and the pitch. Swinging a fly ball to shallow left field. Moving down is Severance, and Hagen Severance camps under it, makes the catch for the first out of the inning. And Durbin is retired to start it off. Ben Rosengard now for Rockford. He's 3 for 12 through his first 4 games of the season. One of the new additions for Rockford this week, along with Caleb Durbin. Hunter Fiorito not in today's lineup. Rosengard in the 2-hole, batted 0 for 3 yesterday with a run scored. Got on base twice by a walk and hit by pitch, lefty batter. First pitch from Sosovsky. It's fouled away, a fastball off to the left, 84 miles an hour on the radar gun. 81 degrees our temperature today, a start time of 7:05 right on time. 81 degrees yesterday, 81 degrees today. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and a swing and a foul back and on the hands of fastball. 0-2 on Ben Rosengard. Rosengard, the freshman from U Chicago. It was a blanket of blue overhead yesterday, completely sunny, but here today it is partly to mostly cloudy, not overcast, but mostly cloud cover. Some blue peeking out. That said, though, the shade is all over the field, no sun. It is a beautiful day for baseball. The ball's into 2 strikes to Rosengard. Here's the pitch. Inside, it nearly nicked him on a fastball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jake Vanderwall waits on deck. Rockford 27-30 overall this season, 7-15 in the second half, Great Lakes East. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swinging a ball hit past the mound to shortstop, moving over Chinea behind the back, goes on to first. It bounces to first base, not in time. Chinea was down near the second base bag. On his knees, he got that throwaway to the first baseman, Jack Krause, but it one-hopped him. And Rosengard beat it out for an infield single. And a ball that was chopped about 10 feet over Sosovsky's head past the mound. Good diving effort by Chinea to prevent it going to the outfield. And Rosengard gets the infield hit. Brings up Jake Vanderwall. Rockford yesterday at 7 hits on 4 runs. Left 8 guys on base. Was a productive offensive day for the Rivets. A 4-3 win for Rockford, their first win in a week. First pitch to Jake Vanderwall, lefty batter, is a fastball in for a strike, 0-1. At home plate, David Mayberry calling the balls and strikes. Trevor Patience is at first base, and Justin Clark is at third. This umpiring crew, the same one as yesterday, rotated clockwise. The ball's in a strike on Vanderwall. Sosovsky from the stretch, third base side. The lefty deals. Inside, it hit him on the belt. Turned away from the pitch, and it got him on the belt. Perhaps the rear end as Vanderwall trots on a first base. He gets plunked by the pitch. And right away, Parker Sosovsky has walked and hit 2 guys after retiring the first man, and Matt Higgins comes up with first and second and 1 out. No score top of the first. Kokomo wearing their alternate jerseys today, a special promotion. They are the Kokomo Pink Flamingos today. They've got pink jerseys on with the white trim and a new logo as well with white numerals and lettering. First pitch to Higgins, hit back up the middle to shortstop. It floats for Chinea, and Chinea makes the catch just to the left of the second base bag, and Rosengard gets back to second base to avoid a double play as Chinea was right near the bag. So there's 2 away and 2 on. Pink Flamingos jerseys, they got a new Kokomo Pink Flamingos logo wearing on the front with white lettering on the back, or white numerals on the back, and the front as well. Promotional jerseys today are being auctioned off here through 7 innings of play here in Kokomo, Indiana. They've got their cream pants. There's no pants to go along with the Pink Flamingos jerseys. Wearing just their home pants. Rockford in their road grays. First pitch to Johnny Butler is outside for ball 1. Road grays with gold numerals and lettering. Rockford across the front. Kokomo wearing their logo, their Pink Flamingos logo across the front rather than a Kokomo or a city or team name. Their actual logo is across the front, per usual for these jerseys. 1-0 pitch to Butler is on the way. And swinging a ball hit to left field. Hefferens is right there and makes the catch to retire the side. And Rockford strands 2 in the first. No runs on 1 hit. No errors and 2 left. Half an inning gone by Kokomo Bats for the first time. Rockford and the Rabbits, no score. Bottom of the first, Kokomo and Rockford no score. Jimmy Burnett faces Peter Abenanti to start things off. The Rabbit lineup coming up in just a moment. Burnett making the start, ERA of 3.68, record of 1-2. The lefty thrower for the Rockford Rivets. Scoring number 24 and great. Peter Abenanti, the center fielder, bats first. He is 2 for 2 yesterday. Was probably the MVP of yesterday's game for Kokomo. Lefty batter, first pitch from the lefty for Burnett is on the way, and a fastball is below the knees at 88 miles an hour for ball 1. Peter Abenanti in center field. Brendan Chinea is at short and playing in the second hole. Logan Jarvis at DH is third. Austin Elder at the 4 spot is catching. Here's the 1-0 pitch rather, and it's a fastball for a strike down the middle, 1-1. Andrew Lebowski plays second base and bats 5th. Jack Krause at first base is 6th. Hagen Severance in left field is 7th. Brantley Johnson at third base is 8th. Michael Cleary, right fielder, is 9th. 1-1 pitch. And a slider swing and a miss by Abenanti, 1-2. That one ran to the outside corner. Abenanti had a double at the plate and 2 walks and stole a base, but defensively made a great catch in left center field. That was the highlight of the night. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on a slider to the outside corner again, and a strikeout to start Burnett's night against Peter Abenanti. Burnett looking for a rebound start. Took a loss his last time on the mound against Kalamazoo on July 22nd. allowed 2 earned runs in 2 innings, 2 hit strikeouts and 5 walks. So he goes after just 3 days rest for his 9th start of the year. Opposing average of .241, ERA of 3.68. Facing the righty Brendan Chinea with 1 out. Here's the first pitch from Burnett. Fastball is lined to center field. Right there, though, Butler will run it a few steps and make the catch for the 2nd out. I'll bring up Logan Jarvis. Jarvis, who has been the best hitter day in, day out, year long for the Jackrabbits, playing his 54th game for a team that's played 56. So he's missed just 2 games this season. Batting .308 with 29 RBIs, 2 home runs, leads the team in base hits, at bats, runs scored, RBIs, doubles, walks, stolen bases, also strikeouts. And we saw it yesterday, was 0 for 5 with a game-ending strikeout in yesterday's matchup. Struck out against Tanner Probst with 2nd and 3rd and 2 out and a 4-3 Rockford lead in the 9th. Here's the first pitch to Jarvis. Swing and a miss at a fastball at 90 miles an hour for strike 1. Inside corner from Burnett. Lefty on lefty here. Jarvis an all-star for Kokomo. Rockford's Burnett an all-star as well. Jarvis an on-base rate of .416. Batting average of .308. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Burnett. Fastball grounded to second base hard. A diving play doesn't work from Josh Dutton. It scoops into right center field for a base hit for Logan Jarvis with 2 out. Jarvis' first hit of the series and his first hit in 3 games. That'll bring up Austin Elder with 1 on and 2 out. Elder doing the catching today for game 2 of the series after Ben Lavorsi did the catching yesterday and Elder backed him up as the DH. Usually either Lavorsi or Elder catches in the other DHs, but Logan Jarvis DHing today. So Elder comes up, a left-handed swinger, batting .252 on the season, freshman from St. Mary's. Was 0 for 4 yesterday against the Rivets. It was not a good offensive day for Kokomo, really, just 3 runs on 5 hits. Jarvis at first. Here's the first pitch to Elder. It's a fastball at the knees for a strike. Well, the Rabbits had 5 hits, but both their runs came in the 4th inning until the 9th when they got run on a wild pitch by Tanner Probst. 2 RBI double by Hagen Severance. 0-1 pitch. And the slider is bounced back to the mound. Burnett makes the catch and turns and throws on to first in plenty of time to retire Austin Elder and end the inning. So no runs on 1 hit and 1 left off Burnett. No score after 1 in Kokomo, Indiana. We move to the 2nd inning in Kokomo, Indiana. Rockford and Kokomo no score. Rivets to bat with Aaron Mann leading off against Parker Sisovsky in the 2nd frame. A great day for baseball on a Friday night. And a very sizable crowd at Kokomo Municipal Stadium today. A much more full crowd than yesterday's reported attendance of 877. I'd imagine that number will creep into the low, perhaps mid-thousands here for today's game. Plenty of fans right behind the Kokomo dugout, third base side. That's where it's most populated. Good crowd on hand today for game 2 of this 2-game set. Rabbits returning home for the first time since a Saturday-Sunday series against Battle Creek. Lost yesterday 4-3. Rivets snapped a 7-game losing streak. Kokomo's lost 6 in a row coming into today. Aaron Mann leads off against Sosofsky, the righty about to step into the batter's box. Batting .205 this season with 14 RBIs and no home runs. He's hitless in 3 in a row. 0 for 4 yesterday, 0 for his last 10. First pitch from Sosofsky. Swing and a miss on a changeup inside for strike 1. Aaron Mann, the freshman from Drury, had a 5-game hitting streak until 3 games ago when he snapped that, and since then he's gone 0 for 10. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss and another changeup low. No balls and 2 strikes to Mann. So Mann had previously gone 0 for 13 in his last 5, then had a 5-game hitting streak. Now he's 0 for 10 in his last 3. An on and off guy is Mann. 0-2 pitch, swinging a ball, hit to second base. 2 is left Lebowski on the grass, throws to first and gets the out. And Mann retired for out number 1 of inning number 2. No score in the top half of the frame. Defensively for Kokomo, Brantley Johnson at third, Brandon Chenea is at short, Andrew Lebowski is at second base, but Jack Krause at first. In the outfield, Hagen Severance, Peter Abenanti, and Michael Cleary left to right. Austin Elder catching for Parker Sosofsky with Logan Jarvis in the DH spot for today's game. He played third yesterday. Here's Tom Jostin, first pitch to him. Slider swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. Jostin, the DH today, batting lefty, batting .213 this season, the sophomore from UCF. 1 home run, 20 RBIs. That 1 home run came against Kokomo. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and a slider that ticks the inside corner for a strike. 0-2 from Sosofsky. Sosofsky's allowed a single and a hit by pitch. Rockford and Kokomo each with 1 hit in their opening frames. 0-2 on Jostin. The wind and the pitch from Sosofsky. Slider is in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Elder blocks it. Infield shifted a bit back. The middle infielder's playing a step on the grass. Chenea at short and Lebowski at second. The first baseman Krause playing well behind the bag. The pull side of Jostin at first base. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Slider is inside and high. 2-2 on Jostin. Jostin's riding a 12-game on-base streak, was 1 for 2 with 2 RBIs yesterday. He's played as good as he's had this season against Kokomo. Bats .333 against the Rabbits. More than 100 points ahead of his usual batting average. 2-2 pitch, grounded foul, first base side on the ground. The count holds there. On-base rate of .325 for Jostin. One of 2 Rockford players with 2 RBIs yesterday. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Jostin now. Here's the pitch. Fastball is tapped up toward the pitcher's mound. The catcher cuts it off, and Elder throws on to first, wide of the bag, but a catch made from Krause. And he had his foot on the base, and there's out number 2. A 2-3 put out to retire Tom Jostin. A weakly hit ground ball up toward the mound, but Elder cut it off, and the batter is Michael Zavoli. Zavoli 3 for 15 through his first 5 games at Rockford, batting .200. From Concordia, Chicago, he's 1 for 4 yesterday. Native of Lake Barrington, Illinois, batting righty, a switch hitter. First pitch from Sosofsky. Swing and a counter grounder to third base, picked up by Johnson. 2 steps across to first, and a looping throw is caught low by Krause to end the inning. So 3 groundouts for Rockford. And they go down 1-2-3 against Parker Sosofsky. Bottoms at the second coming up. There is no score between Rockford and Kokomo. Bottom two in Kokomo, Indiana, Kokomo Municipal Stadium. Rockford and Kokomo, no score. Rivets send out 1, 2, 3. Now Kokomo's Andrew Lebowski bats for the Jackrabbits, who are the Pink Flamingos for today's game. Wearing their Pink Flamingo jerseys, they're being auctioned off here today. Burnett to the lefties of Lebowski, first pitch. Fastball is low for ball 1. Lebowski, the second baseman for Kokomo, batting .200 this season. Wearing number 23, was not in the lineup yesterday. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Burnett. Fastball was hit to right center field. Not very deep, though. Vanderwall ranges over and makes the catch for out number 1. Each team with 1 hit and no runs, no errors. Jack Krause to bat now, the first baseman. The sophomore from Milwaukee, the right-handed batter for Kokomo. 0 for 3 yesterday. He's really been slumping recently. 2 for 27 over his last 10 games. That's a batting average of .074 in his last 10. First pitch from the lefty Burnett to the righty Krause is on the way. Fastball swing and a miss for strike 1. Krause's average on the season is .192 with 12 RBIs. A much better home hitter than road hitter is Krause. Here's the 0-1 offering. A fastball hit back up the box and past second base for a base hit for Jack Krause. So Krause was a .275 home hitter. Gets on the board with a base hit with 1 out here in the second inning. And Hagen Severance comes to the dish with a 1-out base runner. Severance, the left fielder, batting .143, 7 RBIs on the year. Had a 2 RBI double in yesterday's game, the biggest Kokomo hit of the evening. 2 of their 3 runs came on that, and their only 2 RBIs came on that play. Severance wearing number 26 today instead of 32, his usual number with these promotional jerseys. Here's the first pitch from Burnett. Fastball's high and outside, ball 1. 1 of 3 jersey changes, the only one on the hitting side of things. Severance goes from 32 to 26 in the Kokomo roster. 1 ball, no strikes from Burnett. Pitch to Severance. Fastball's hit to center field. That one dropping it down for a base hit. At 2 hops, Johnny Butler. And the runners go to first and second with 1 out. Back-to-back base hits for Krause and Severance, the 2 righties facing Burnett. And Brantley Johnson will come up with first and second and 1 out. So Severance continues to get on the board against Rockford. He's got a hit in both games this series. Now Brantley Johnson. Johnson wearing number 1. 182 batter this season, was 2 for 4 yesterday with 2 runs scored. One of only 2 men with multiple hits, he and Abenanti for Kokomo yesterday. Left-handed batter against the lefty Burnett. Burnett brings the hands together at the letters. 2 on, 1 out. First pitch to Brantley Johnson is on the way. And a fastball hits the outside corner for a strike at 87. 0-1. Johnson, the junior from the University of Dayton. Same school as yesterday's starting pitcher for Kokomo, Josh Nixon. Nixon took the loss. Jared Olson got the win for Rockford. An impressive performance, 8 2/3 innings. 0-1 on Brantley Johnson. Here's Burnett's pitch. Curveball grounded to second base, could be 2. Dudden, the flip to short for 1. The turn from Durbin to first, and they get 2 to end the inning. A tailor-made 4-6-3 double play, and Brantley Johnson grounds into a double play to end the second inning. Rockford no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and they strand 1. After 2, there's no score. Top of the third, Rockford and Kokomo no score. Kokomo, Indiana, second of 2 games in this series. Rivets have 9-1-2. Josh Dutton, Caleb Durbin, and Ben Rosengard to face Parker Sosofsky in the second frame. Dutton batting .235. First pitch to the lefty is a swing and a foul back on a slider to the backstop, 0-1. Josh Dutton is hitless in 8 straight games. He's 0 for his last 25 in that span, by far his longest stretch on the season. 0 for 4 yesterday with a pair of strikeouts. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Dutton. And a slider's low at the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Dutton does bat .304 against Kokomo. Has his only home run of the year against the Jackrabbits back at Rivets Stadium. A 2-run home run. 1 ball, 1 strike to Dutton. Here's the pitch. And slider misses well outside. 2 balls and a strike. Dutton with 1 home run, 16 RBIs this season. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Sosofsky. High and inside on the fastball, 3-2. Well, Dutton's last hit came last Thursday in Battle Creek. Rockford's only win after the All-Star break until yesterday. Snapped a 7-game losing streak. 3-0-1 pitch. Right down the middle with a fastball, 3-2. Caleb Durbin waits on deck. Kokomo's middle infielders again playing back on the grass. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Dutton. Here's Sosofsky's pitch. Swinging a ball hit over left center field, falling fast down over the gap. That's down for a base hit. Hops toward the wall, cut off the warning track by Abenanti, and Dutton pulls in at second base with a stand-up double to lead off the 3rd inning. That snaps an 0 for 25 skid for Josh Dutton, his first hit since last Thursday. And his first base knock in 9 games nets him 2 bags. A gap into left center for Josh Dutton. Nice piece of hitting in the 9 spot, and Caleb Durbin will come up now with Dutton in scoring position to lead off the 3rd on Parker Sosofsky. Sosofsky last pitched 7 days ago against Kalamazoo, allowed 2 runs in 6 innings, took a win, his only win of the season. First pitch to Durbin, swinging a hard chopper to third base, picked up by Johnson, throws across the diamond for the out, 5-3. And Dutton stays put at second base, and there's 1 down to the 3rd. Sosofsky was scheduled to pitch against Rockford in a game that was rained out back on July 2nd at Rivets Stadiums, but he did not do that. Pitched 2 days later against Madison on July 4th. Now appearing for the first time against Rockford. 17 strikeouts, 5 walks. Opposing average of .287 though. Ben Rosengard steps in, the lefty batter, and the first pitch. Curveball inside, nearly hit him. 1 ball, no strikes. Rosengard with an infield single, his first at bat. He's 1 for 1. 4 for 13 to begin the season. Freshman from UChicago, lefty batter. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Sosofsky from the stretch. Fastball grounded to second base. Picking it up is Lavoski, throws on to first and gets the out. 4-3 outs. A couple of easy groundouts for this Rockford offense, and it brings up Jake Vanderwall. As Dutton does move to third base on the ground ball to the right side. He'll be 90 feet away for Vanderwall. Vanderwall 1 for 2 with a stolen base yesterday. He's hit in 11 straight games, batting .375 over that span. .283 this season so far. 6 home runs, 32 RBIs. Was hit by a pitch his first time. Lefty batter. Here's the first offering from Sosofsky. High fly ball hit deep to right field. Back on it, Cleary looks up near the warning track, and this ball is off the bottom of the wall. Dutton scores easily. Vanderwall turns at second base and stops right there. An RBI double for Jake Vanderwall. That was just a few feet from a home run. He pulled it to right center field and brings home Dutton for the first run of the game. Rockford takes a 1-0 lead here in the 3rd. A towering double to right center by Jake Vanderwall. You got to imagine if this wasn't a big pitcher's park, that would be out of here for sure. The right center field wall where he hit it is 369 feet, awfully deep for a right center field wall. And Vanderwall was about 5 feet from a home run as it hit the bottom of the green wall. He's at second and 2 out for Matt Higgins now. Lefty batter. First pitch from Sosofsky. Swinging a ball chopped to second base, picked off out of the air by the shortstop Caleb Durbin. And that retires the side, so a fly out to 6 for Matt Higgins. And Vanderwall stranded, but 1 run on 2 hits and 1 left for Rockford, no errors. And after 2.5, Rockford draws first blood. It's 1-0 in the third. Home half of the third, Rockford leads Kokomo 1-0 at Municipal Stadium, Kokomo, Indiana. Rockford an RBI double by Jake Vanderwall, scoring Josh Dutton, who doubled himself in that third frame. So Rockford gets the early 1-0 lead, and Jake Vanderwall has hit in 12 straight games. What do you know? Michael Cleary bats against Jimmy Burnett, lefty batter, and the first pitch from Burnett. Fastball nicks the outside corner at 88 miles an hour for a strike. Burnett just 17 pitches, 14 strikes through 2 innings of play. 0-1 to Cleary, and the pitch. Breaking ball falls at the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Cleary batting 174. Wearing number 4 in pink. Sophomore from Dayton, native of Cincinnati. 1-1 pitch. Fastball hit back to Burnett. It rolls right to him, makes the play, and underhand flips onto first base. Man makes the catch for out number 1 of this third frame. Rockford allowing 3 hits so far in this game. Each team with 3 hits. Rockford's got the 1-0 lead. Kokomo had 2 singles in a row in the second, Krause and Severance. But a 4-6-3 double play by Brantley Johnson erased all of that and ended the frame. So with 1 out in the bottom half of the third and nobody on, Peter Abenanti bats against Burnett. Abenanti struck out back in the first. He's 0 for 1 today. Here's the first pitch. Fastball hit on the ground to first base and foul. In on the hands that time of Abenanti, who was 2 for 3 to begin the year. Abenanti, the redshirt junior from St. John's in New York, native of Woodland Hills, California. Played his first game yesterday and went 2 for 2 with a double and 2 walks and a stolen base and a stellar defensive play. 0-1 pitch. Swinging a ball hit to shortstop, moving to his left. Durbin has it in plenty of time and throws him out. There's 2 away in the third. And Brendan Chinea comes up. Second of 4 games on this Rockford road trip. They'll play 2 in Traverse City over the next 2 days. 7:05 and a 6 o'clock start, both Eastern time, up at Pittsfitters Park. So Kokomo and Traverse City is the road trip for Rockford, visiting the 2 best press boxes in the Northwoods League, really. You get your own booth in both stadiums. You get a suite in Traverse City, both with great accommodations for the radio broadcasters. We're always appreciative. First pitch to Brendan Chinea, and a fastball is on the inside half. A strike call from home plate umpire David Mayberry, 0-1. And not all press boxes in the Northwoods League are created equal, and Kokomo is still at the top of the list months later. 0-1 pitch. High with a breaking ball, 1-1 from Burnett, a changeup that time. 2 away, nobody on bottom 3. Rivets lead 1-0. Rabbits at the plate. wearing their pink flamingos alternate jerseys today. Here's a 1-1 to Chinea. Fastball, wave and a miss. Up high in the zone, 1-2. Logan Jarvis would be next. Burnett looks for a 1-2-3 third, would be his first of the game. He's pitched 25 times, 20 strikes, 5 balls. 1-2 on Chinea, the righty batter. Lefty Burnett set and winds and deals. Swing and a miss. Slider low and inside, and he gets Brendan Chinea to go down. Strikeout number 2 for Burnett. He pitches a 1-2-3 third inning, and after 3 in Kokomo, it's 1-0 Rivets. Top of the 4th in Rockford. Rivets have a 1-0 lead in Kokomo, Indiana. Johnny Butler leads off against Parker Sosofsky. Fly to left his first time up. Lefty batter, lefty pitcher to begin the 4th. Butler's average coming in at 306. It's tipped down to 301. Still the highest on the Rockford team. Third base side of the rubber, Sosofsky sets belt high, and the lefty deals the first pitch to Butler. Swinging a hard ground ball, chopped to second base, charging in Lebowski. Underhands, and he boots it right through Lebowski's glove. Butler turns at first and trots on back to the bag. We'll await the official call. There was a hard chopping ground ball that was shallow in the infield dirt. Although figuratively speaking, it's all turf field here in Kokomo. Second baseman Lebowski tried to one-hand pick it with his glove, underhand, and it's ruled a base hit for Johnny Butler on the play. As the ball got by Lebowski, he booted it, couldn't make the play, could not snatch it up on a hard chop, and so Butler is aboard with an infield single. That'll bring up Aaron Mann. First pitch, squares to bunt, puts it down, third base line, beautiful bunt. Sosofsky picks it up, turns, and doesn't get Mann. It's thrown wide to the first baseman, Kraus. Both runners do move up. Butler goes to third base, takes a lead, then comes back onto third. So Mann gets the infield single, then an error brings both runners up. It's second and third and nobody out for Rockford to begin the 4th inning. That'll go as an E1 as Sosofsky threw it wide of Kraus. Mann will get the infield single, I would imagine. He had that throw beaten no matter what the throw was, the result. So Mann on second base, Butler on third, and still nobody out for Tom Jostin. Back-to-back balls in the infield where runners reach. Jostin grounded out to the catcher back in the second frame. He's 0 for 1. From the stretch to Sosofsky, here's the first pitch. Inside, nearly hit him up and in on a changeup, and Jostin ducks his head out of the way. So Aaron Mann does not get a base hit. He reaches on a sacrifice bunt plus an E1. So not a base hit for Mann. He was attempting to sacrifice bunt, but he got on base. He beat the throw. That said, they gave him a sacrifice. 1-0 to Jostin is a fastball outside for a strike. So with a sac bunt plus an E1 for Mann. Confusing call, but that's the way it's been ruled. So Rockford only has 1 hit in this inning. 1 ball, 1 strike to Tom Jostin. Lefty batter, lefty pitcher. Second and third, nobody out. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fastball's taken for a strike. Outer half again, 1-2. Butler at third, man at second with nobody out. Rockford leads 1-0. Top four here in Indiana. Jackrabbits pitcher Parker Sosofsky looking to escape a 2-on, nobody out jam with 2 in scoring position for Jostin. Jostin with 20 RBIs this season, had 2 yesterday. 1-2, here's the pitch from Sosofsky. Inside it curves, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jostin with 6 RBIs in 6 games against Kokomo in this season series. Two and two from Sosofsky, he leans in. From the third base side of the pitching rubber on this all-turf field. Has the sign and set to the belt. Here's a 2-2 pitch to Jostin. Fastball swing and a miss, drop third strike. Elder makes the throw on to first and gets him out. And there's one away. Strikeout number 1 for Sosofsky. Gets it here in the 4th inning to retire Jostin for the first out. And the batter is Michael Zavoli. Zavoli hit one on the ground at third base to end the 2nd inning. So he is 0 for 1 today. A delay as a ball from the left field grass out of play reaches the field of play. I think a kid actually threw that ball on the field, and the left fielder, Hagen Severance, threw it back to the dugout. So a kid does not get his ball get returned back to him on the left field grass. Anyway, here's Michael Zavoli's pitcher batting right. First pitch from Parker Sosofsky on the way. Fastball's taken for ball 1, low and inside to Michael Zavoli. 3 for his first 16 on the season, 1 for 4 in yesterday's game. And second and third and 2 out. Rockford leading 1-0, top of the 4th. Looking to sweep the series here in Kokomo after losing 7 straight. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fastball's fouled back to the screen, 1-1. Down the lines, it's 330 to each line, 369 to right center, 348 to left center, 400 to dead center here in Kokomo. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Sosofsky ready, as is Zavoli. Here's the pitch. Fastball's up high, 2 balls and 1 strike on Zavoli. Looking around the league so far. A few games in action across the Great Lakes East. Traverse City and Kalamazoo are scoreless in the 3rd. Pittsfitters won 4-3 in 10 innings yesterday. Battle Creek and Kenosha are scoreless in the 1st. 2-1, the count to Zavoli. Here's the pitch. Rockford 3, Kokomo nothing, bottom half of the 4th here in Indiana. Logan Jarvis leads off against Jimmy Burnett. Jarvis has a base hit today. He's 1 for 1. First pitch from Burnett. Bunt square is bluffed. Taken low for ball 1 from Burnett. Burnett's thrown 26 pitches through 3, 21 strikes, and 5 balls. No runs on 3 hits given up by Burnett. 1-0 pitch. Fastball was low to Jarvis, 2-0. Logan Jarvis 0 for 5 yesterday. 1 for 1 to begin his day today as the first Rabbit single of the game. 3-0 Rivets, bottom 4. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Jarvis on the way. And a fastball is grounded to shortstop. To his left, Durbin has it near the bag, takes the throw over for the out. And there's one gone in the 4th. So Rockford certainly looking to make up some ground against the Kalamazoo Growlers. Looking at the overall standings, Rockford's just 3 games back of Kalamazoo. That's despite the Rivets losing 7 straight games, including a sweep against the Growlers at home earlier this week. So if Traverse City wins again and Rockford wins again, they'll be 2 games back, as Rockford will go to Traverse City tomorrow and Sunday for a 2-game set. First pitch to Austin Elder is a swing and a fly ball down the line in right field. Vanderwall comes over, has to cut it off on 1 hop. A base hit for Austin Elder to right field down the line. Kokomo's 4th hit of the game, and Elder's aboard. His first hit of this ball game and his first hit of the series. A 1-out base runner for the Rabbit offense against Burnett to bring up Andrew Lebowski. Well, the Grounders had lost 6 straight games going into Rockford. The Rivets just could not produce either. So the Growlers were handing Rockford that 2nd spot in the Great Lakes East, the playoff berth, the wild card of sorts, but the Rivets said, here, you take it. Here's Lebowski now with 1 on and 1 out. First pitch from Burnett on the way. And a fastball is plated for ball 1. Nice block from Zavoli. Only 1 ball got by Zavoli yesterday, and it was off Tanner Probst in the 9th inning. In 8 2/3, there were no pass balls or wild pitches from Jared Olson. Zavoli's been very good blocking balls after a rough first game he had against Traverse City. Has done very well his last couple of games behind the plate. 1-0 from Burnett. Here's the pitch to Lebowski. Swing and a foul tip. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lebowski fly to right back in the 2nd. He's 0 for 1, the Rabbit second baseman. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lebowski batting .197 this season. Burnett a letter high set. 1-1. He throws. Fastball hit to the 5-6 hole, past the diving Durbin for a base hit to left field. Higgins plays it in. A base hit for Lebowski as he goes the other way. Elder goes to second base. And there's 2 on with 1 out for Kokomo against Burnett here in the 4th. Jack Krause to come up now. So for the 2nd time in this ball game, Kokomo's got back-to-back base hits. Did so in the 2nd. But Burnett induced a 4-6-3 double play with 1st and 2nd and 1 out. Jack Krause coming up, who has a base hit today. He's 1 for 1. Was part of those back-to-back base hits in the 2nd. He and Hagen Severance, who's on deck. Rockford leads 3-0. Krause the tying run of the plate here in the bottom half of the 4th. Lebowski at first, Elder at 2nd. Righty batter against the lefty Burnett. The set from Burnett. Here's the first pitch to Krause. Fastball's at the plate, 1 ball, no strikes. Burnett so far with 34 pitches, 25 of them strikes. ERA of 3.68 coming in, a record of 1-2. He's been with Rockford all season as Burnett, one of their 2 All-Stars. He and Brad Littleton no longer on the Rockford roster. 1 ball, no strikes to Krause. Here's the pitch from Burnett. Fastball, can't find the outside corner, 2-0 on Krause. Burnett has no walks in today's game. Something you don't usually see from Burnett. Walked 5 guys in 2 innings his last appearance, has 27 walks and 46 strikeouts this season. 2 balls, no strikes on Krause. Burnett looks back to 2nd and steps off the mound where Elder is there, not being held off. Neither runner being held off their bag. Elder at 2nd, Lebowski over at 1st with 1 out. 1st and 2nd for Kokomo. Bottom 4, 3-0 Rockford here on the road. Burnett comes set from the 3rd base side, stretches and deals. Fastball misses outside, 3-0 on Krause. In danger of walking the bases loaded is Jimmy Burnett. With Hagen Severance, who has a hit today, and a 2 RBI double yesterday, waiting on deck for Kokomo. 3-0 on Kraus. Burnett with the hold and now the pitch. Fastball right down the gut for a strike. Kraus just 3 hits in his last 11 games overall, including 1 today. Sophomore from Milwaukee, native of Neenah, Wisconsin. Over in the Green Bay area. 3 balls and a strike. Burnett stares in. And time called to the plate as Burnett was about to throw. He's halfway into his motion when he stepped back. Count holds 3-1 on Kraus. Rockford looking to keep this scoreless for Kokomo. 3-0 Rivets here in the 4th against Burnett. Tying run at the plate in Jack Kraus, the first baseman. 3 balls and a strike with 1 out. Burnett comes set, brings the hands together and sets letter high. Here's the 3-1. Fastball wave and a miss, strike 2 at 89 from Burnett, outside corner. And Kraus goes after it and the count goes full. Again, Hagen Severance waiting on deck. Big pitch from Burnett, who has struck out just 2 men today but has walked nobody. No free passes against Burnett so far today. Ready for the 3-2. Here's the pitch from Burnett. Fastball is high, ball 4 just a tad high. And Kraus walks to load the bases on 3-2. That brings up Hagen Severance. I'm sure his eyes are wide, knowing what he did yesterday against Jared Olson. And Adam Carey's going to come out now to talk with his pitcher and catcher. The entire infield now being called in, as the runners are at every base for Kokomo. Tying run at first, and Hagen Severance comes to the plate. I'm sure Carey knows what number 26, then number 32, did yesterday against this Rivet team. Severance, who has 1 hit already today, a single against Burnett. His only multi-hit game of the season has come against Rockford in his first 17 games. The junior from Belmont, native of Brentwood, Tennessee, will be the man that Burnett faces. A right-handed batter, but not before the entire infield disperses from the pitcher's mound as Carey now comes off. The pitching coach in his first year from Central College in Iowa. Done a great job in his first year with Rockford. Rockford's got the 4th best ERA in the Northwoods League at 3.70. 6th best opposing batting average. So 1 away, and here's Hagen Severance, the left fielder, batting. Burnett comes set from the stretch with the bases loaded. Here's the first pitch to Severance. Outside with a slider, 1 ball, no strikes. Corner infielders play in. Rosengard at third, man at first. Middle infield looks to turn 2 and end the inning. Rockford's done that once today already. A 4-6-3 back in the 2nd. 1 ball, no strikes to Severance. Now the pitch from Burnett. Fastball hit to right field, tailing down the line, hooking toward the corner. Vanderwall over. He makes the catch in fair territory. From third base, Elder tagged. He gets there safely. Throw goes to second base, and a run does score on a long sacrifice fly down the right field line for Hagen Severance. His 3rd RBI of this series. All 3 Kokomo runs batted in this series have come off the bat of Severance as Elder comes home to score. Runners go to 1st and 3rd, and it's 3-1 Rockford here in the 4th with 2 away, and the batter is Brantley Johnson. Not a bad result for Rockford as the Rabbits get an out, but do get the run home. Now 3-1, Rivets lead by 2 in the 4th. Johnson got it in with a double play back in the 2nd. He's 0 for 1. 6 for his first 34, batting 176 through now 13 games. The junior from Dayton, lefty batter. Here's the first pitch from Burnett. Hit on the ground to shortstop, taken by Durbin. Flips over to second for the force at second base. And that retires the side on a 6-4 fielder's choice, but 1 run on 2 hits. Austin Elder comes home on a sac fly by Hagen Severance after 4, Rockford 3, and Kokomo 1 here in Kokomo, Indiana. Top of the fifth, we are 4 innings down, exactly 1 hour down in Kokomo, Indiana, Municipal Stadium. Rockford leads the Rabbits 3-1. Rivets bring up Brandon Rosengard to the plate, who's 1 for 2 with a single. First pitch from Sosofsky. It's a high fastball for ball 1. Rosengard singled in the infield back in the first and grounded out to second base his last time up. Lefty batter, lefty pitcher. Here's the 1-0 from Sosofsky. Outside with the slider, 2 balls, no strikes. Sosofsky so far has allowed 3 earned runs on 5 hits. Rather, 3 runs in total. 2 of them earned in 5 hits. 2-0 pitch on the way. And a high pitch for a strike, 2-1. Rosengard, Vanderwall, and Higgins, 2, 3, and 4 for Rockford here in the 5th. 2-1 from Rosengard. Fastball on the chop to first base. It stays fair, rolls to the first baseman Krause, who steps on the bag in time and gets the out to Rosengard, a 3-U put out for the first out of the 5th inning. Rockford a 3-1 lead, a sac fly by Hagen Severance in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Scores Elder from third base, and the Rabbits are on the board. Rockford with 3 runs, 1 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th. Vanderwall's 1 for 1 with an RBI double and a hit by pitch today. Vanderwall comes up, first pitch on the way, swing and a miss, and a fastball for strike 1. Vanderwall doubled in the 3rd to score Josh Dutton, who doubled himself to lead off the frame. It was a 2-out hit by Vanderwall as well, and a good one. No balls and a strike. Lefty batter Vanderwall facing Sosofsky, who nods and brings home the 0-1. Fastball finds the outer half for a strike. It's 0-2. Sosofsky up to 56 pitches on the day. Burnett threw 4 innings himself at just 42. Both pitchers have done some efficient work. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Up high with a fastball, 1-2. Jared Olson for Rockford went 8 2/3 yesterday, and 111 pitches was just 1 over his pitch count as set by the Northwoods League when he would have faced his last batter of the game. He walked a man with 1 out to go, went over his pitch count. Here's a 1-2 on Vanderwall, the pitch. Swinging a ground ball past the first base side and foul. Higgins waits on deck. Nobody on, 1 out, top 5. Rivets lead 3-1. Partly cloudy day in Kokomo. It's cleared up a bit, so it's mostly blue skies now with some cloud cover directly overhead. Some clouds out in the distance. 1-2 pitch now. Swing and a miss. A hard slider at 72 that broke down and away, and Vanderwall chases for the strikeout. Second out of the 5th inning, and the second strikeout for Sosofsky. And the batter is Matt Higgins. Both teams with 5 hits so far today. Higgins has a pair of flyouts to the shortstop. A couple of soft liners to the shortstop, Chinea. Up with 2 out in the 5th, first pitch. Takes a fastball inside for ball 1, does Higgins. Been a while since Rockford swept a series. Not since they last played Kokomo. They win 2 games in a series. 1-0's fouled away, 1-1. That was a 3-game set, so not a sweep. That's the last time Rockford has strung together 2 wins against a singular team. Was 2 weeks ago, Saturday, Sunday, against the Rabbits. The last sweep, though, they've had, got to go all the way back. We're still scrolling to Kalamazoo in late June. 1-1 pitch, up and in with a fastball, 2-1. There's a sweep on June 27th and 28th, like in Kalamazoo for Rockford by a score of 6-3 and 10-7. Since then, they have not swept a series. Nearly a month has passed, almost the day. 2-1 pitch, outside in the dirt, 3-1 to Higgins. Johnny Butler waits on deck with 2 out. We're on the top of the 5th. Rivets lead the Rabbits 3-1. Rabbits wearing their Kokomo pink flamingo jerseys today. Rockford in their regular road grays with gold trim, gold numerals, gold lettering. 3 balls and a strike. The wind of the pitch from Sosofsky to Higgins. It's high and outside for ball 4, and Higgins walks on 5 pitches. Walk number 2 given up by Sosofsky. And And Higgins trots on to first base with 2 out, and that brings up Johnny Butler, who's had quite the series. Butler is 3 for 5 in this series, 1 for 2 so far today. He's fly to left and singled on the infield back in the 4th. Also scored a run back in that frame his last time up. Here he is with 1 on and 2 out in the 5th. First pitch to Butler is on the outside corner of a strike, 0-1. Again, looking out of town. The Kalamazoo-Traverse City score is certainly something the Rockford's got to have their eyes on. They're scoreless in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swinging a ball hit to second base, could be 2, taken by Lebowski. Goes on to first, though, and just gets the out there instead of going to second base for the force. And that retires the side. So Rockford strands 1, no runs on no hits, and 1 man left, no errors. After 4.5, it's 3-1 Rockford here in Kokomo. Home half of the 5th, almost an official game here in Kokomo, Indiana. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning, and Michael Cleary leads off against Jimmy Burnett. Lefty on lefty to start the 5th inning. Cleary is 0 for 1, grounded out a comebacker to Burnett back in the 3rd inning of play. Cleary on the year, batting 167. Wearing number 4, the sophomore from Dayton. First pitch from Burnett. Curves inside, ball 1. Burnett with just 42 pitches through 4 innings. 1 run allowed on 5 hits. A sac fly to Hagen Severance back in the last inning, scoring Austin Elder. 1-0 pitch. Fastball down the middle for a strike. So Rockford has never trailed in this series. Rabbits have never led. They've got a run back in the 4th inning. We're here in the 5th. Rockford leads 3-1. 1-1 pitch. Inside ball to a curveball from Burnett. Pitched himself into a jam and allowed just a sac fly. Loaded the bases in the 4th inning with just 1 out. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Cleary. And a fastball is thrown inside for strike 2, just on the corner. Cleary, Abenanti, and Chinea, 9-1 and 2 are up for Kokomo here in the 5th. 2-2 pitch to Michael Cleary. Taken inside on a fastball, 3-2. Burnett's walked just 1 man today. Came back in the 4th to load the bases. He has struck out 2 and walked 1. Full count on Cleary. Here's the pitch from Burnett. Fastball is just off the outside corner for ball 4. And Cleary walks on 6 pitches to open up the 5th inning. And Kokomo brings the tying run to the plate in Peter Abenanti. Abenanti, after a 2-for-2 game yesterday against Rockford, is 0 for 2 today. They have struck out and grounded out the shortstop in today's action. The redshirt junior from St. John's, native of Woodland Hills, California. Lefty batter versus the lefty Burnett. With Cleary off first base here in the 5th inning, Rockford leads by 2. Burnett brings the hands together and readies the pitch, fires. Fastball low, ball 1, a bunt bluff from Abenanti. Third baseman Rosengard was already playing on the grass, and he only ran in when Abenanti faked the bunt, but a pitch was low anyway for ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Rabbits have not bunted in today's game so far. Again, Rosengard on the grass, 1-0. Bunt square, bunt put down. Right back to Burnett, though. Turns to first and gets the out there on a looping throw. Looked towards second base first, but had no chance to get Cleary. So gets the shore out of the first base bag. A sac bunt for Abenanti. Moves over Cleary to second base with 1 out. And Chinea is the batter for Kokomo. Each team with 1 sac bunt in the game. Cleary on second and 1 out. And Chinea now, who is 0 for 2, has lined to center and struck out his last time up. The shortstop from Nova Southeastern, native of Miami, is Chinea, wearing number 3 in pink. Burnett from the stretch has the sign for the 0-0 pitch. First offering to Chinea on the way. Swinging a high fly ball, left center field gap. Back goes Butler toward the wall. He makes the catch on the run. Cleary tags him second and makes third base easily. Throw cut off in the outfield by the shortstop Durbin. A great rundown play by the left fielder, rather center fielder Johnny Butler in left center field. There's a nook over there in left center, one of the deepest parts of this ballpark. As that ball carried toward the warning track, and Chinea was caught just outside it by Butler. So Cleary now at third with 2 out. And Logan Jarvis looks to bring him in. Jarvis 1 for 2 today, 1 for 7 in this series. Was 0 for 5 yesterday, and 0 for 10 coming into today in his last couple of games, but he singled off Burnett back in the first. Put a ball on the ground to shortstop back in the fourth. He's 1 for 2. First pitch to him, swing and a miss on a slider and low. No balls at a strike. Jarvis, the lefty from Belmont, playing at the DH spot today after playing at third base yesterday. Native of Franklin, Tennessee, not far from Nashville. 0-1 on Jarvis. Burnett throws. Fastball, swing and a miss. Rather, changeup, swing and a miss. Strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. Another pitch low. Austin Elder waiting on deck. Cleary at third with 2 out. 0-2 the count to Jarvis. Rockford leads 3-1. Bottom of the 5th. Jarvis with an 0-2 count. Cleary off third, not being held on. Burnett brings the hands together for an 0-2. Here's the pitch. Sliders well outside at 79. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Burnett to Logan Jarvis. Lefty on lefty here. Jarvis batting over 300 for Kokomo. 310. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Right down the middle, strike 3, a curveball from Burnett at 74. He pulls the string and catches Jarvis looking for strikeout number 3 for Burnett. In the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. After 5, a official game here in Kokomo. Rockford leads at 3-1. Aaron Manley's off the top of the 6th against Parker Sosofsky. Rockford leads 3-1. First pitch is a fastball taken for a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Man is 1 for 2 so far today, or check that, 0 for 1. He has grounded into a sacrifice bunt, then grounded to second base. 0-1, loop to left field. That's down for a base hit in front of Severance at left. And Mann gets on board. So Aaron Mann snaps a hitless skid himself. He was 0 for his last 11 before that base hit. He's got his base knock here today, his first hit of the series, to start off the 6th, and that brings up Tom Jostin. It's Mann, Jostin, and Zavoli here in the 6th inning. Rockford leads by 2. Facing Parker Sosofsky. Jostin has grounded out and struck out. He's 0 for 2 today, the DH batting lefty. Lefty Sosofsky deals the first pitch. It is right down the middle for a strike. And the count is 0-1. Rivets looking for their first sweep since June 27th and 28th. Here on July 26th. The ball's in a strike. Pitch to Jostin. Outside of the slider. Ball gets away. Mann goes on to second base. Ball that was blocked to the left of the catcher, Austin Elder. He blocked down, but skidded away from him, and Mann took second base on that. So Mann moves up to scoring position with nobody out. And a 1-1 count on Tom Jostin for Rockford. Spitters and Growlers even at no score on the top of the 5th in Kalamazoo, by the way. 1-1 pitch. Outside corner. Taken for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. So Rockford trails Kalamazoo by 3 games, and the Growlers own the tiebreaker. So Rockford's got to make up essentially 4 games, and they've got 15 games to play. Here's the 2-1 to Tom Jostin, and the pitch. Sliders outside, 3-1. Rockford plays Kalamazoo twice in Kalamazoo, coming up next Thursday and Friday. So a week from today, they'll be finishing off their 2-game series in Kalamazoo. For Rockford's sake, hopefully with 2 wins. 3 balls and a strike on Jostin. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball to left field, hit pretty deep. Back on it, Severance near the wall. He looks up. That ball is gone. A 2-run home run for Tom Jostin. He pulls one down the left field side, and that ball carried out of here. Jostin rounds the bases with home run number 2 of the season. Both home runs coming against Kokomo. A 2-run shot to make Rockford's lead 5-1. That ball carried plenty well off the bat. Very little wind, but it is blowing out toward left field, and that's where Jostin put it. A 5-1 Rockford lead on a 2-run home run, and the batter is Michael Zavoli. Still nobody out. First pitch. Strike on the outside corner, a fastball, 0-1. Kokomo's got action in their bullpen. Nobody going for Rockford right now. No one's throwing for Kokomo. Pitchers are being warmed up. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Zavoli. Swing and a miss at a changeup inside, 0-2. Zavoli doubled back in the 4th and drove in 2 runs. He's 1 for 2 today with that 2 RBI double. His first 2 runs he's driven in this season. Jostin now with 2 home runs and 22 RBIs. Both home runs against the Jackrabbits. The balls and 2 strikes on Zavoli. Here's the pitch from Sosofsky. Inside to hit him. On the back of the knee, that one hits Michael Zavoli on his left knee. So on a 0-2 count, Sosofsky hits Zavoli. And 3 straight men reach to begin the 6th inning for Rockford. And we'll see if Kokomo gets a meeting with their pitcher here in battery. Not the case right now. They're getting guys warming up in their pen as Josh Dutton comes in to face Sosofsky with nobody out in the 6th. Rivets lead at 5-1. Time called to retrieve a loose ball from the kids in the right field side. There's grass on both outfield sides, and kids do play catch around there, and sometimes balls make it on the field of play. Here's Dutton, the lefty, with 1 for 2 with a double. Fly to right his last time. First pitch. Takes one low. 1 ball and no strikes. This will be some good momentum for Rockford going into a Traverse City series. Rockford was just swept by the Pit Spitters back at Rivet Stadium on Saturday and Sunday. 11-6 and 5-2, I believe, with the scores of that series. Conversation now on the mound between the coach and the battery here. And that ensues with a 1-0 count on Josh Dutton. Tom Joseph, a 2-run home run in the 6th inning. Where we are right now, Rockford leads at 5-1. Sosofsky 4 earned runs at 5 innings pitched. He's given up 7 hits. And he has struck out just 2 and walked 2. So man singles to left field. Joseph homers to left field, an opposite field shot. And Michael Zavoli hit by a pitch on an 0-2 count. Now a 1-ball count on Josh Dutton as the pitcher gets warmed up in the Kokomo pen, a right-hander. Perhaps some more time allotted to the Kokomo relief pitcher. And Sosofsky now is out of his meeting. He and Elder get on the same page for a 1-0 count to Josh Dutton. Zavoli at first and nobody out. Here's the first pitch. Outside, 2-0. Zavoli has yet to attempt a stolen base so far this season. Leads off first base. 2-0 on Dutton. Here's the pitch. Outside, 3-0. Caleb Durbin waiting on deck for Rockford. Middle infield looks to turn 2. 3 balls, no strikes on Dutton. I can't imagine he'll swing. Lefty on lefty. Here's the 3-0. Taken on the outside corner for a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike. Looking to see who's warming up in the Kokomo pen. It's right-hander, can't see a number. 3 balls, 1 strike, nobody out. Pitch to Josh Dutton. Outside corner strike, 3-2. A late call from home plate umpire David Mayberry. Dutton was on his way to first base. 3 balls, 2 strikes on him. And a full count as Sosofsky works it back even. Full count to Dutton. Sosofsky leans in for the sign. Zavoli makes his lead off first base. Kraus holds him on. Here's the 3-2 on Dutton. And the pitch. Zavoli takes off. Throw back to first base. Kraus goes on to second. Head first slide. He's out by a mile. Zavoli going on the pitch being thrown, but it was never thrown. Good pickoff move by Sosofsky to first base. And a put out 1-6 retires Zavoli for the first out of the frame. And the bases are empty now and a 3-2 count coming to Josh Dutton. Dutton has doubled and flied out. Here's the 3-2 pitch from Sosofsky. Swinging a ground ball foul right side. Dribbling toward the Rockford on deck area where Caleb Durbin tosses it to his dugout. 3 balls, 2 strikes, again to Josh Dutton. Pitch number 7 of the at-bat is on the way. Swinging a fly ball foul left side out of play. Remains 3-2. Caleb Durbin on deck, 3-2 to Dutton, nobody on, 1 out. And the pitch. Swinging a ground ball to second base. Right there, though, Lewoski fields it and throws on for the out. And there's 2 away. Brings up Durbin, top of the order, the 4th time through the batting card now. Here for the 6th inning. Rockford leads 5-1, a 2-run home run for Tom Joseph. They've scored in 3 of the last 4 innings, have the Rivets. A couple of crooked numbers for them, too. 5 runs on 7 hits, no errors for them. Durbin is 0 for 3. Righty batter, first pitch from Sosofsky. Falls high for ball 1. Durbin has flied to left and grounded out to third base and second base. Hitless on the day. 3 for 14 to begin his season, playing his 4th game. 1-0 pitch, inside ball 2. Durbin 1 for 7 in this series. He's hit in all 3 games he's played, but not so far today. Rockford leading 5-1 here in the 6th in Kokomo. 2 balls, no strikes. The line of the pitch. Swinging a ground ball to shortstop. Chinea right there to his right. Stops and throws on to first. Wide throw. Kraus was off the bag. A wide throw from the shortstop, Brendan Chinea, threw Kraus just off the back at the last moment. And Durbin safe at first base on an E6. Chinea made the nice stop, but committed the error. The second error on Kokomo today. Both teams with no errors yesterday. Rockford still clean so far today, but Kokomo, 2 errors in the game. It's cost 1 unearned run today. Here's Ben Rosengard for his pitch. In for a strike on the inside corner. So Durbin now on first base and 2 out. Rosengard's 1 for 3. Has singled, grounded out, and grounded out again. The ball's in a strike, the pitch. Squares to bunt, puts it down, back to the pitcher's mound, and one hop Sosofsky throws on to first and gets Rosengard by a step. A bunt call with 2 out. Rosengard nearly beat it out. He's got some wheels, but a one hopper to Sosofsky made quick work of him. So for Rockford, 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error and 1 left. A 2-run home run to the left field side by Tom Jostin makes it 5-1 Rockford in the 6th inning. Bottom 6, Rockford's lead is now 5-1 over Kokomo. Rivets have Jimmy Burnett back on the mound. He's allowed just 1 run in 5 innings on just 55 pitches. 1 run, 5 hits. He has struck out 3 and walked 2. First pitch to Austin Elder, the catcher from Burnett, is on the way. And a fastball is taken for a called strike at the knees. 0-1, 87 on that pitch, so Burnett's velocity has not really gone down. Can reach as high as 90 in a start. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Elder. Swing and a miss, a slider to the outside and low, 0-2. Elder is 1 for 2 today, the backstop for Kokomo. Singled his last time and scored a run back in the 4th inning. Burnett ahead 0-2. The lefty fires away. Swinging a ground ball just past the first base side and foul. Remains 0-2. Elder, Lobosky, and Kraus. It's 4, 5, and 6 in the home 6th inning for Kokomo. Rivets leading 5-1. Burnett looking for win number 2 of the season. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 call inside corner, a curveball at 71. Burnett with strikeout number 4 today. A nasty pitch to wipe out Elder to open the 6th inning for Burnett. He's feeling it right now. His next pitch will be just number 60 through 5 1/3. He could go just as long as Jared Olson if he keeps this up. Olson went 8 2/3 yesterday. Here's Andrew Lobosky, who's 1 for 2. Lefty batter against Burnett. First pitch from Burnett on the way. Slider swing and a miss, 0-1. And Rabbit batters just cannot make any contact here in the 6th inning. 0-1. Lobosky singled back in the 4th, fly to right in the 2nd. He's 1 for 2. Lebowski batting with 210. 0-1 pitches off the plate, ball one. That was the first ball thrown by Burnett so far, a slider. Here in the 6th inning. 1-1 the count. Pitch to Lebowski. Check swing on a fastball. Did he hold back? He did on the appeal, 2-1. Lebowski with a base hit his last time up. That was his first hit in 6 games. Snapped an 0-for-14 streak. Here's the 2-1 from Burnett. Fastball grounded to shortstop. Durbin waits on it, throws across, and makes the play in time for the 2nd out. Now Jack Krause to bat. Rockford's last hit allowed came back in the 4th inning. A single by Andrew Lebowski. That was the last hit so far. Now Jack Krause to bat, and he's been on base twice today against Burnett. Krause so far has singled and walked. He's 1 for 1, the first baseman from UW Milwaukee. 2 out, nobody on, first pitch. Fastball's way outside, ball 1 from Burnett. Velocity at 89 from Jimmy, and he's hit 95 before. Did so at the All-Star game over in Waterloo. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Jack Krause. Fastball's fouled off again, 89, 1-1. Yeah, through 95 at the All-Star game in Waterloo, and I'd imagine the scouts there with their radar guns were certainly clamoring at that. 95 from a lefty. 1 ball, 1 strike to Krause. And the pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball down the middle. It's 1-2 on Krause. Burnett looking for a 1-2-3. He's had 1 so far today. Came back in the 3rd. Ahead 1-2 on Jack Krause. We're at lefty on righty. Burnett winds and fires the pitch. Slider just misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And we'll do it again. Hagen Severance waiting on deck. He has the RBI sac fly. Back in the 4th for Kokomo, their only run. 2-2 pitch to Krause. Fastball fouled off, fought off to the right side of the screen. We stay alive at 2-2. Krause takes his time and steps into the batter's box. Burnett from the 3rd base side is set to deal from the windup. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Krause. Swinging a foul back to the right side, clears the screen and goes out of play. Remains 2-2. Burnett's pitch count now at 69, 6 in this at bat. Here's number 7, a 2-2 to Krause. He throws. Breaking ball is, did he go around? No. 3-2, a pitch in the dirt. Krause held back the swing just in time, and the count runs full on him. Severance on deck. Krause walked his last time. He's got a 3-2 count on him here. 5-1 Rockford, bottom 6 here in Kokomo. Payoff coming to Krause. Here's the pitch. Inside, ball 4, a fastball, and Burnett walks off the mound. Upset he couldn't get that call in the corner. An 8-pitch walk for Jack Krause brings up Hagen Severance. Severance, who's been the most dangerous hitter in this series for Kokomo. Had 2 RBIs in game 1. He's got 1 here in game 2. He's 1 for 1 on the day. Singled back in the 2nd and had a sac fly back in the 4th to bring home Elder. Krause at 1st and 2 out from the stretch. Burnett, first pitch to Hagen Severance. Fastball ticks the outer half. A strike call from home plate umpire David Mayberry, 0-1. Looking again at the Kalamazoo Traverse City score. It is scoreless in the 6th in Homer Stryker Field. 0-1 pitch. Inside in the dirt, gets away from Savoli to the backstop. Krause goes to second base, takes a wide turn, but heads back to second. So on that pitch that I think we ruled a wild pitch, Krause takes second base, moves to scoring position for Severance. Rockford leading this 5-1, bottom 6. 1-1 count to Hagen Severance. Trevin Eubanks warming up in the Rockford pen. Or at least getting loose, hasn't thrown yet. 1 ball, 1 strike to Severance. Burnett steps off the mound. Kicks his foot on the rubber, his left foot. And now looks for the sign from the catcher, Zavoli, and he has it for a 1-1. Burnett kicks and nails the pitch. Fastball grounded a hard chop to third base, taken by Rosengard, throws across to first and gets the out in time by a step. That retires Severance and the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and one left against Burnett for this Kokomo lineup. Rivets lead 5-1 after 6. Top of the 7th, the pitching change for the Kokomo Jackrabbits. Rockford leads 5-1 Kokomo, Indiana at Municipal Stadium. Jake Vanderwall leads off against David Reckers, the right-handed reliever for Kokomo. Native of California, attends Cal State Bakersfield, the 6'1" freshman right-handed hurler. ERA of 2.08. No wins, no losses. This is 9th appearance of the season. Facing Vanderwall in the 7th inning. First pitch to him. The fastball outside for ball 188 from David Reckers. Reckers last pitched against Traverse City 3 days ago, back on Tuesday. Went 4 innings and allowed just 2 hits, no runs. 1-0 Vanderwall, the pitch. Fastball's up in the middle for strike 1. Reckers actually started that game against Traverse City, allowed no runs through 4. Rabbits lost that game 7-2. After the reliever who came in after Reckers, Andriel, allowed 4 runs in 1/3 of an inning in the 5th. So Reckers took the no decision. 1-1 to Vanderwall. Pitch. Swing and a miss at a fastball at 90. Swung over it for strike 2. Vanderwall, Higgins, and Butler 3, 4, and 5. The most dangerous middle of the order for the Rivets. Vanderwall today has a double and a hit by pitch. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI. 1-2 from Reckers. Vanderwall now comes set, as does Reckers on the first base side. The righty deals from the stretch. Pitch. Fastball inside corner, strike 3 call. Rings him up at 91 miles an hour. Fastest pitch for any pitcher so far today. And the hard-throwing right-hander strikes out Jake Vanderwall. First strikeout of the game for Reckers and first out of the 7th. Now the batter is Matt Higgins. Rockford leads 5-1, top 7. Rivets winning 4-3 yesterday. Winning 5-1 here today in game 2. Looking for their first sweep in almost a month. First pitch to Matt Higgins, who's 0 for 2. Swinging a pop-up, left center field. Over in the gap comes Abenanti along with Severance. And Severance calls for it, makes the catch for the out in shallow left center. And there's 2 down here in the 7th inning. Johnny Butler comes up now. Butler in the game is 1 for 3, an infield single that came back in the 4th. Grounded to second base his last time in the 5th. Butler in the series is 3 for 6 with a home run. Homered yesterday, also tripled in yesterday's game. Up with 2 out, the lefty facing the righty, David Reckers. The Californian fires the first pitch. Fastball is on the outside corner, a strike. It's 0-1. Looking at Reckers with Cal State Bakersfield. Allowed 10 runs in 5 2/3 innings, an ERA of just under 16 with Bakersfield. 0-1 pitch. A fastball misses just below the knees. To Butler, 1 ball and 1 strike. Reckers has faced Rockford once this season. Went 1/3 of an inning against Rockford back on July 13th. 1-1 pitch. Fastball outside and high. 2 balls and a strike to Reckers. Aaron Mann would be next for Rockford. 2-1 on Johnny Butler. Nobody on base with 2 out. Rockford leads 5-1, top 7. Here's the 2-1 to Butler. Fastball in the dirt. 3 balls and a strike. Rockford 3 games under 500 overall. Kokomo 9 games under. Rockford trails Kalamazoo by 3 games in the Great Lakes East for the second playoff spot. 3 balls and a strike to Butler. And the pitch. Fastball inside, ball 4. That one comes low and in, and Butler walks on 5 pitches against the hard-throwing David Reckers. And Aaron Mann will come up now. Mann, the first righty that Reckers faces, the right-handed thrower. Mann is 1 for 2 with a single his last time up. He scored 2 runs on the game. Only Rockford player with 2 runs in the game. Joseph and Savoli both with 2 RBIs. Joseph 4 RBIs in this series. He's on deck. Righty on righty. First pitch to Aaron Mann is on the way. Fastball grounded to third base. Waiting for it. Johnson goes across the diamond for the out at first base. A looping throw to Kraus. And that retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left for Rockford. Stretch time in Kokomo. Our score, Rockford 5 and Kokomo 1. Stretch time complete. Rockford leads Kokomo 5-1. Rivets over the Rabbits. Brantley Johnson leads off for Kokomo, wearing their Pink Flamingos jerseys today on this Friday night, the last Friday in July. First pitch to Johnson on the way from Burnett is a curveball that misses inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Johnson has grounded into a double play and a fielder's choice today. He's 0 for 2. Third baseman from Dayton, Indianapolis native. 1-0 pitch from Burnett. Fastball runs low, 2-0. Johnson, the only one on the Kokomo hitting staff that hails from the state of Indiana. Indianapolis about 60 miles south of Kokomo. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Johnson. Fastball outside corner, strike call from David Mayberry behind the plate, 2-1. Johnson, Cleary, and Abenanti, 3 lefties, 8, 9, and 1 in the Kokomo order here in the 7th. 2-1 pitch from Burnett. Up and inside, 3 balls and a strike on Johnson, off the glove of the catcher Zavoli, and rolls to the backstop. 3-1. Rockford leads by 4 here in the 7th inning. Burnett out for a 7th inning of work. His pitch count is up to 78. 3-1 pitch now. Strike 2, fastball outside corner. And Johnson has the full count on him to open up the 7th frame. Rivets 3 innings away from a series sweep for the first time in just under a month. Here's the 3-2 pitch to Johnson. Swinging a ground ball that's cued to shortstop. Durbin waits for the roll, throws across, and gets him by a step. Johnson retired 6-3. There's the first out of the 7th inning. And the batter is Michael Cleary. Growlers have the first run of the game against Traverse City, bottom half of the 6th at Homer Stryker Field. 1-0 Growlers. Spitters, though, have a knack for scoring runs late. So Elite never safe against the Spitters, no matter where they are. Here's Michael Cleary with 1 out for his pitch. Here's a slider that ticks the outside corner for a strike. At 79, 0-1. Cleary has grounded out and walked back in the 5th inning against Burnett. He's 0 for 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Slider is fouled off. Left side will reach the seats. It actually reaches the bullpen. Nice catch by our reliever in the bullpen. Looks like Chase Nix, number 11, who pitched yesterday. The lefty, 0-2 now on Michael Cleary, the right fielder. 3rd time through this batting order. 0-2 pitch. Swinging a ball flared. It's playable perhaps, and no, it's a row deep. Rosengard from 3rd gave it a chase, but had no shot. Rockford, 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors. Kokomo, 1 run, 5 hits, 2 errors. Rivets lead by 4. They've never trailed in this series. Here's the 0-2 on Cleary, the pitch. Sliders up and inside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Peter Abenanti waits on deck. 1-2 on the Cincinnati native, Michael Cleary. Here's the pitch. Slider swing and a miss. He got him right down the middle. And Cleary couldn't find it. And Burnett's got strikeout number 5 today. 2 down here in the 7th. There have been no base hits for Kokomo since Austin Elder Angel Lavoski back in the 4th inning. Kokomo has gone 13 batters with no hits since then. Been a great day on the mound for Burnett. His average of 3.68 sure to go down. First pitch to Abenanti, swears to bunt, lays it foul down the left field line. A drag bunt from the speedster Abenanti. Abenanti, who stands just 5'9", 180. Tried to tuck it down the line and couldn't. It rolled foul immediately, and the count is 0-1. It's all turf field here in Kokomo, Indiana. Traps can't get the benefit of a ball sticking on the grass and not touching the dirt. No balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Slider finds the outside edge. Burnett's been getting that pitch all day long. No balls and 2 strikes to Abenanti. A ball that starts inside and breaks out and touches the outside corner when it crosses. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Burnett. Fastball that nicks him. Down low on Abenanti. Hit his leg, just grazed him, but Burnett hits him on an 0-2 pitch with 2 out. And a 2-out base runner brings up Brendan Chinea, who is 0 for 3 today. Chinea ended with the highest batting average on Kokomo. Now at .324 with an 0 for 3 night. Has lined out, struck out, and flied out. Miami native Brendan Chinea, right-handed batter with Abenanti at first. Stole a base yesterday. Here's the first pitch. Fastball is just off the outside corner. Ball 1 from Burnett to Chinea. Rockford leads 5-1, bottom 7. 1 on and 2 out for Kokomo. And Chinea, who was 0 for 5 in this series. 1-0 the count. Runner takes off. Pitch is taken for ball 2 low and inside. And on a breaking pitch, Zavoli does not throw down. Abenanti got a great jump. And he has stolen base number 2 of this series and on the season for him. 2-0 on Chinea. Avenatti in scoring position, looking to shave into a 4-run deficit are the Kokomo Jackrabbits. 5-1 Rockford, bottom 7. 2-0 to Brendan Chinea with Jarvis on deck. Pitch. Fastball low and outside. 3-0. Can't imagine Burnett would go beyond 7 innings. His pitch count is ticked higher and higher. It's now at 91. Trevin Eubanks has been warming up this entire half inning. 3-0 on Chinea. Burnett comes set, brings the ball letter high. 3-0 pitch coming to Chinea. Up and inside, ball 4. 4-pitch walk to Chinea. So Burnett hits Avenatti on an 0-2 count and walks Chinea on 4 straight balls. And now Logan Jarvis with first and second. And 2 out. He will face Burnett as Josh Kime and Adam Carey have come out. Burnett's in to figure out right now. Rockford leading 5-1 in the 7th. And 2 away, it's lefty on lefty. Jarvis is 1 for 3 today, 1 for 8 in this series. Singled back in the first, since then he's grounded out and struck out looking against Burnett. The lefty from the University of Illinois, Burnett, with the first pitch to Logan Jarvis with 2 out. It's on the way. Slider swing and a miss, 0-1. Goes back to his bread and butter. A slider that breaks to the outside corner. No balls and a strike to count. He's been getting swings and misses, and he's been getting strike calls on that. So hitters have had to go after it. No balls and a strike. Burnett takes a long look. And here's the pitch. Slider misses outside this time. 1 ball, 1 strike. Austin Elder waiting on deck. Chinea at first, Avenatti at second base with 2 out. It'll be a 1-1 to Jarvis. Burnett holds the 1-1 and the pitch. Fastball's foul away to the screen, 1-2. And Burnett again finds himself 1 strike away. Rockford has stranded 6 men on base for Kokomo. 2 on base now. First and second, 2 out. 4-1 Rockford lead, bottom 7. A 1-2 count on Jarvis with 2 out. The Rabbits' most dangerous hitter, batting .308 this season. He's played all but 2 games. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lefty on lefty, and Burnett comes set, as does Jarvis. Open stance on 1-2, and Burnett steps off. This game almost at the 2-hour mark. Sun will set in 7 minutes here in Kokomo. It's a partly cloudy day, 81 degrees at game time. 1-2 on Jarvis, and time again called at the plate. Jarvis waiting for this 1-2 pitch, making Burnett wait some more. Now they're set for the 1-2. Jarvis, the infielder from Belmont, playing at the DH spot today. 1-2, the pitch from Burnett on the way. Slider is waved at a miss, drop, 3rd strike. Savoli picks it up and throws on to first, and a scoop by Mann gets behind him. Everyone is safe. A low throw from the catcher Savoli, and Mann couldn't scoop it up. It squirted behind him, almost at the outfield grass. Everyone is safe. Bases now loaded for Austin Elder. A strikeout for Burnett, but Jarvis reaches on the drop. And the bad throw. It's an E3. They gave Mann the error on that, and not Savoli. Throw was low, but it did not hop up to Mann. It was right on the dirt, and Mann had it squirt right behind him. Here's Elder with 2 out, and the base is now loaded. Tying run is at the plate for Kokomo, a lefty batter. Burnett's at 96 pitches right now. Here's his first one to Elder. Slider is it low for ball 1. Rockford had the chance to escape the inning. Mann could not make the play on the throw that was low from Savoli on a drop 3rd strike. Burnett with 6 strikeouts today. A ball and no strikes now on Elder. Here's the pitch. Fastball grounded between short and third, picked up by Rosengard. It goes right behind him again off his glove. 1 run scores, 2 runs score. Runners go to first and third. An error on the shortstop, rather third baseman Ben Rosengard, moving to his left in the shortstop position. On a high chop, the ball just scooped right past his glove. 2 runs score to make it 5-3. And the runners are on the corners with 2 out. Top 8, Tom Josen leads off. It's 5-4 Rockford after 7 innings of play. Josen's first pitch from David Reckers is a fastball low and inside for ball 1. So Rockford gives up 3 runs on just 1 hit in the 7th inning. All really just unforced errors for Rockford to bring those runs home. 1-0 pitch to Josen, who homered last time on the way. Swing and a miss, 1 ball, 1 strike. Josen has a 2-run home run, a strikeout, and a ground out. He's 1 for 3. 4 RBIs in this series. So on a drop third strike to Logan Jarvis, a bad throw, an error on Aaron Mann at first base. 1-1 pitch, high for ball 2, a fastball. After that, the 3 runs eventually crossed the plate. Bases became loaded at that point, and all 3 came around to score. 2-1. Pitch to Josen. Swinging a foul tip held for strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Josen with 2 home runs today. Both have come against the Kokomo Jackrabbits. 1 today and 1 well earlier in the season. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Righty on lefty, Reckers steals the pitch. Fastball, wave and a miss, a high fastball, and Josen goes down. 2 strikeouts in the game for Reckers. First out of the 8th. Rockford leading by 1. A 5-1 lead becomes a 5-4 edge, and now Rockford just trying to squeak by. They'll have Trevin Eubanks throwing the 8th inning for Rockford. After Jimmy Burnett went over his 100 pitch limit at 102. In line for the win, just 1 earned run and 4 total. First pitch now to Michael Zavoli. Is taken for ball 1, his fastball outside. Zavoli has 2 RBIs today and 2 RBI double in the 4th. Was hit by a pitch his last time. The catcher from Concordia, Chicago is 1 for 2. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fastball is fouled away, just got a piece to the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rockford 5 runs, 7 hits and an error. Kokomo 4 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors. Jackrabbits wearing their special pink flamingo jerseys. They are the Kokomo Pink Flamingos today. 1-1 on Zavoli. Here's the pitch from Reckers. Fastball's high and outside, 2-1. Almost exclusively fastballs from David Reckers here. The righty from Cal State Bakersfield. The California native is Reckers. One of quite a few Californians coming out to play summer ball in Kokomo. 2-1 pitch to Zavoli now on the way. Fastball is lined out of play. 2-2, left side. Of course, the manager Hayden Carter comes from the state of California, pitching coach at Palomar College. And he pitched for Cal State Bakersfield, was Conference Player of the Year as a pitcher. 2-2 pitch now to Zavoli. Fastball falls below the zone, 3-2, and the count full on the Rockford backstop. Three and two on Zavoli. Josh Dudden waits on deck in the bottom of the order. Reckers holds the 3-2 pitch on the way. Outside and high on a fastball. That's ball 4. And Zavoli walks on a full count. And a one-out base runner for Rockford brings up Josh Dudden, who has gotten out of his 8-game hitless slump with a double his first time at bat, also scored a run. Dudden's fly to right and grounded out since then. He's 1 for 3. Lefty batter to the righty pitcher, Reckers. Kokomo's got one pitcher throwing in their pen. Trevin Eubanks continues to throw in the Rockford bullpen. On our right, bullpens are penned in here, not on the playing field. This turf field at Kokomo Municipal Stadium. First pitch to Josh Dudden is on the way. Fastball is at the plate, 1 ball, no strikes. Zavoli leads off of first, was caught stealing back in the 6th inning. Well, caught stealing on a 1-6 put out. The pitcher was the one who caught him. 1-0 pitch. Inside ball 2. A 3-6 put out, rather, a 1-3-6. It was a throwback from the pitcher to first base, and then crossed through on to Chinea at short to retire Zavoli, who went off to second base before the pitch was released on a base steal attempt. He's at first here. 2-0 count on Dudden. Here's the pitch. Fastball at the plate again, 3-0. And Reckers now having trouble hitting. He just walked Zavoli on a 3-2 count after striking out Tom Jostin on a high fastball. 3-ball count to Dudden with Caleb Durbin on deck for Rockford. 1 out, 1 on in the 8th. Here's the pitch. Fastball is right at the belt for a strike. Rivets lead the Rabbits 5-4. Looking for a series sweep. They allowed 3 runs in the 7th. None of those runs came earned off Jimmy Burnett. 3-1 pitch. Inside, ball 4 low. Dudden walks on 5 pitches and back-to-back free passes given up to the Rockford hitters off of Reckers, the 8 and 9 guys. So the bottom 2 in the order getting free passes. And that brings out a visit from the manager. Hayden Carter makes the trot, see if he'll take the ball from Reckers. Carter extends his hand, takes the ball, and he'll place it on the mound for a new Kokomo reliever to face Rockford's Caleb Durbin, top of the lineup. We'll identify who it is. A 5-4 Rockford lead in Kokomo in the 8th inning. We're back after this. Top of the 8th, Rockford leads 5-4. A new pitcher is Colin Stone, a man who pitched yesterday for Kokomo. Righty from Arkansas State, Arkansas native, facing the righty Caleb Durbin. First and second and one out. Here's the first pitch from Colin Stone on the way. Fastball outside at 89, ball one, so a back-to-back fastball throwing right-handers for Hayden Carter in the Kokomo bullpen. Colin Stone pitched a perfect inning yesterday. The 4-3 loss against these Rivets for Kokomo, struck out one. A ball, no strikes on Durbin, the pitch. Fastball outside, 2-0. So Zavoli and Dudden walk back-to-back off David Reckers. Zavoli at second, Dudden at first, and one out. David Reckers with no hits allowed, but struck out two and walked three in 1 1/3 innings. 2 balls and no strikes to Durbin. Letter high set, Stone fires away. Fastball in the inside corner, strike one, 2-1. Ben Rosengard waits on deck. We're in the 8th. Rockford leads by 1. Rabbits with a 3-1 7th inning. Rivets with 2 on and 1 out here. 2-1 pitch. Fastball is at the knees for a strike call from David Mayberry, 2-2. Durbin is 0 for 4. Reached on an error on the shortstop Chinea last time up. Durbin 3 for 15 to begin his Rockford season. He's batting .200. This is 4th game played. 2-2 from Stone. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul back in on the hands and fouled up the third base line. A fastball again. 2-2. The numbers on Stone, ERA of 3.38. No wins and 1 loss. This is 7th appearance out of the bullpen. Pitched his first game back on July 10th, so he's been with the team for just a couple of weeks. Appearing in back-to-back games for the second time this season. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Durbin. Righty on righty. Here's the pitch from Stone. Fastball hit back up to second base, could be 2. Lebowski flips on the backhand to second 1. Chinea turns to first, and they get 2. And now the umpire at second base saying that the runner at second base is safe. The third base umpire, Justin Clark, saying that Dudden is safe at second base. So does that mean that the shortstop Chinea did not step on the bag? Either that or the runner did not, or rather got there in time. The shortstop Chinea is not happy with the umpire at third base, Justin Clark, who was yesterday's home plate umpire. Looked like they got 2 on the play, but instead it's just, well, it's second and third and 2 out. The only out recorded is the out at first base. Runners now at second and third and 2 away. That is an interesting call. I didn't see anything wrong, but the umpire is either saying that the runner was safe at second base or the shortstop Chinea was off the bag at second when Lebowski flipped in the ball. Hayden Carter immediately was out to talk to Justin Clark, who made the call at second base. Home plate umpire David Mayberry joins in the conversation to back up his umpiring mate. So right now it's a putout that goes 4 to 6 to 3, but only records 1 out at first base. Second and third and 2 out for Rockford, and Ben Rosengard coming up. Rivets lead 5-4 in the top of the 8th inning on a double play that appeared to be good to end the inning, but only gets 1 out. Carter continues his conversation with 2 umpires now. It looks like it won't get anywhere. Umpire's not going to conference or anything. They'll just retreat, as will Carter to his bench. He can stay in the game. So second and third, 2 out. Zavoli at third, Dudden at second, 2 out. Batter is Ben Rosengard, who's 1 for 4 today, singled back in the first, and then he's grounded out 3 times. Rosengard batting .250 this season, 4 for his first 16. First pitch from Stone. Strike 1, a slider on the inside corner. So 2 in scoring position. Rockford looking to break this game right back open and get their insurance back after a 3-run 7th for Kokomo. 3 unearned runs for the Rabbits. 0-1 on Rosengard. Here's the pitch. Fastball is bounced to shortstop, moving in Chinea, has it, picks it low, throws to first, gets the out in time, and that retires the side anyway. No runs on no hits, and 2 left, no errors. We go to the bottom half of the 8th. Rockford leads Kokomo 5-4. Bottom of the 8th, new pitcher is Trevin Eubanks for Rockford. Facing the 5, 6, and 7 batters, Lebowski, Kraus, and Severance. Andrew Lebowski, the first man Eubanks faces. Right-hander from Valdosta State, 6'1", 245 against Lebowski, a lefty. Here's the first pitch. Fastball foul tip into the glove of Zavoli for strike 1. At 90 miles an hour from Trevin Eubanks. ERA of 3 flat, record of 4 wins, no losses in 16 games now. This will be his 16th game he's pitched this season, all in relief. 0-1 on Lebowski, the pitch. Curveball right down the middle for a strike. It's 0-2 at 78. Eubanks from Niceville, Florida, from the Panhandle. No balls, 2 strikes to Lebowski. The righty deals the pitch. Fastball is high and outside, 1-2. 91 on that pitch from Eubanks. About as fast as you'll see it. In the low 90s from Trevin. The hard-throwing right-hander appearing in his final stretch of games for Rockford. 1-2 to Lebowski. Here's the pitch. Again, high and outside, a fastball, 2-2. Lebowski is 1 for 3 today, singled back in the 4th. Grounded out to short his last time up. The second baseman from Nova Southeastern. Two, strike 3 call on the outside corner, an off-speed pitch from Eubanks. So Trevin's got his first strikeout of the game, and there's out number 1 here in the 8th. 28 strikeouts in 24 1/3 for Trevin Eubanks. So Eubanks pitching in maybe his last game for Rockford. It's the last stretch of games he'll play this 4-game road trip. The rumor is he'll be going to an indie ball team in Schaumburg, Illinois, coming up on Monday when the team returns. First pitch is a slider for a strike to Jack Kraus. Eubanks, the graduated senior. Of course, the Northwoods League allows seniors to play in their league. And Eubanks said to us on the air back at home, here's the 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, 0-2. He said he's very fortunate that that rule is there. It was back on Wednesday's broadcast against Kenosha. And he said this, he hasn't really seen any ball until he came up north to the Midwest where it's at its biggest point. 0-2 pitch to Kraus, swinging a foul back. So it appears as if Eubanks will be joining teammates Nathan Schneiderman and Dugan Darnell going to independent ball in the Midwest. Schneiderman to Joliet, the Slammers, and Eubanks, or rather Darnell, to the Gary South Shore Railcats. Both in the last couple of weeks, too. The ball's 2 strikes to Kraus, who is 1 for 1. Pitch. Fastball high and outside. Eubanks nearly got the call in the outside corner. 91-mile-an-hour fastball, 1-2. Kraus has singled and walked twice. Walked on 8 pitches against Burnett back in the 6th. Numbers on Burnett: 7 innings, 4 runs, 1 earned, 6 strikeouts, 4 walks, 6 hits. 102 pitches for Burnett. Looking for win number 2 of the season. He's in line for the W. His ERA will certainly go down from 3.68. 1-2 on Kraus with 1 out. Righty on righty. Eubanks has the sign and sets letter high. The pitch. Swinging a ground ball to shortstop to his right. Durbin deep in the hole, throws across the diamond, and a scoop by Mann off his glove. Kraus save at first base will await the call. The throw was in time, but Mann tried to scoop it up, and it bounced right off the webbing of his glove and rolled right back near the pitcher's mound on the figurative grass on this turf field, the green area. We'll see what the official score is. It's an error. If it's on Mann, that's 2 errors on Aaron Mann in this ball game. E6 is the call against Caleb Durbin. Ruling the throw is not good, the official score. So now here's Hagen Severance with 1 on, 1 out. Pitch. Swinging a foul ball. First base line out of the reach of Mann. 0-1. Mann dove back to his left as if the ball was fair, but it was not. Just a smidge foul. Hagen Severance has the RBI sac fly back in the 4th. He's 1 for 2, singled in the 2nd. Grounded out his last time to third base in the 6th inning. Kraus at first and 1 out off Eubanks. Bottom 8, Rockford leads 5-4. Tying run is on first base. Kraus held off by Mann. 0-1 pitch. Fastball to second base, could be 2. Dutton flips on a backhand. Durbin turns to first, and they get 2. A double play. And Rockford escapes the inning in short order. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. After 8, we go to the 9th inning. Rockford leads at 5-4 in Kokomo, Indiana. Top of the 9th, Rockford leads at 5-4 over Kokomo. Colin Stone back out to pitch the 9th inning after getting 2 outs in consecutive fashion in the 8th inning. Jake Vanderwall leads off the ninth against him. Vanderwall, Higgins, and Butler, 3, 4, and 5 in the Rockford order. The most dangerous middle part of the Rockford lineup. Vanderwall is a RBI double today. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI. Lefty batter, righty pitcher. First pitch from Stone is a curveball outside, 1-0. Rivets lead by 1. They've never trailed in this series. Kokomo got 3 runs back in the 7th inning after Rockford had a 5-1 lead. Most recent scoring so far. 1-0 to Vanderwall. Pitch. Fastball, wave and a miss, strike 1. Rockford with 1 run in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th, 2 in the 6th. 5 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors. Rabbits, 4 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors. Rivets would get their first series sweep in just a hair under a month if they win today. 1 ball, 1 strike to Vanderwall. And a step off the mound. Rockford has never swept Kokomo so far. 1-1 to Vanderwall. Pitch on the way. Fastball falls inside, 2-1. Rockford has the 5-4 series lead over Kokomo. They've won 2 of 3 at Municipal Stadium, including the first road game of the season. Their first and last road trips are to Kokomo in the regular year. They'll play twice more, August 10th and 11th, to close the regular season. 2-1 to Vanderwall. Stone from the letters fires. Swinging a foul back on a fastball, 2-2. Matt Higgins on deck, he's 0 for 3. Vanderwall's hitting streak is up to 12 games with an RBI double back in the 3rd. Just under 2.5 hours played here in Kokomo. Top of the 9th, Rockford leads 5-4. 2-2 on Vanderwall, nobody out, nobody on. Infield shifted deep into the right. Stone's 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball to the 5-6 hole against the shift. That's past the third baseman, Brantley Johnson, for a base hit to left field. Vanderwall against the shift toward the 5-6 hole. Johnson dove, put his glove down, but the ball hopped over his mitt. He's aboard with a single to lead off the 9th inning. Rockford gets their insurance run on base and brings up Matt Higgins to the plate. The cleanup hitter has walked and flied out 3 times. He's 0 for 3 today. 2 flies to short and most recently to left field back in the 7th. Lefty batter with Vanderwall on first base. Jake has stolen a bag in his last 3 games. First pitch. Changeup misses for ball 1. Vanderwall 12 stolen bags this year. Now leads the Rockford team with Blake Burrows no longer with the Rivets. Was injured earlier in the week. He and Nick Juer left due to injuries earlier in the week for Rockford. 1 ball, no strikes on Higgins. Vanderwall takes off, pitch swinging a fly ball to second base, taken right there by Lebowski, goes back to first for the force out, and that's a double play. A hit and run was on. Vanderwall coming down the line. Higgins lined one right to Lebowski at second base, and Vanderwall was about 100 feet from the first base bag when that throw came over to Jack Krause. It's a double play for Rockford. And there's 2 down in the 9th for Johnny Butler. And Butler is 1 for 3. Singled back in the 4th and scored. Walked his last time up in the 7th. Here's the first pitch. Slider that hooks across. No, ball 1 on the outside corner. Butler with 2 hits and 2 RBIs yesterday. A hit today. 3 for 6 in the series. Lefty batter, 1-0 from Stone. Outside, 2-0. Stone looking to go the 1 2/3 innings to finish out regulation for Kokomo's defensive. For Kokomo defensively, Rabbits will have 8-9-1 up in their last of the 9th inning. 2-0 pitch to Butler. Swinging a fly ball, foul ground left field, and there's no play. It's out of the grass, just past the bullpen and left. And the count 2-1. It'll be Johnson and Cleary and Abenazzi. 3 lefties to face the righty, Trevin Eubanks. Rockford leading 5-4. Eubanks retired. The Rabbits in short order face the minimum. Inning-ending double play on the infield. 2-1 on Johnny Butler with 2 out, bases empty. 9th inning. Here's the pitch. Fastball, wave and a miss for strike 2 at 88 from Stone. Stone from Arkansas State, native of Benton, Arkansas. Rather, Jonesboro, Arkansas is Stone. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Butler. Aaron Manwait's on deck. Stone sets at the letters. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fastball is grounded foul to first base. And we'll do it again. Rockford has, looks like Tanner Probst warming up in their bullpen. Two balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Butler down on strikes. A foul tip held by Elder, and that retires the side of the 9th inning. No runs on 1 hit, nobody left, and no errors. 3 outs to go for Rockford. We'll see who comes out, Eubanks or Probst. Nonetheless, it is Rockford 5, Kokomo 4. It is Tanner Probst to pitch the 9th inning for Rockford. So Trevin Eubanks done after 1 inning. Allowed nothing. Faced the minimum. Allowed 1 man to reach on an error by his shortstop, Caleb Durbin. So Tanner Probst in, and now Mason Minzy in for the first time in this series. He will come in at catcher, and a pinch hitter to come up for the Kokomo Jackrabbits. It is number 10, Chase Kang, not in the lineup today. The left-handed batter replacing Brantley Johnson in the 8 hole. So it'll be Kang to bat and would play third base, although it would probably be a switch as Kang is an outfielder. Nonetheless, here with the 9th, it's Kang to bat. He'll face Probst. Kang on the season is .222, was 0 for 4 in yesterday's game against Rockford. 1 home run, 18 RBIs. Lefty on lefty. First pitch from Tanner Probst on the way. Fastball grounded to first base. It rolls fair, taken by Mann, runs to the bag, and beats Kang by half a step for the first out. Well, that ball rolled fair past the bag. Was picked up and foul ground by Mann. And Mann gets to the bag in time and beats the speedy Chase Kang to the base. A 3-U put out. Out number 1. Probst got the save in yesterday's game. Got 1 out in yesterday's contest. Forced a strikeout to Logan Jarvis, the most dangerous man in Kokomo's lineup, to end the ball game yesterday. For Tanner Probst, that is save number 3 for him. First pitch to Michael Cleary. Slider outside, ball 1. Probst has a 91-mile-an-hour fastball, a slider that runs about 83. Those are his 2 pitches, a prototypical left-handed reliever, really any bullpen reliever. Probst, a lefty from Madison, Mississippi, out of Delta State. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Cleary. Inside to hit him. A slider hits him inside on the knee. Or just below it. And the tying run gets on base with 1 out. Now Peter Avenanti. Top of the batting order for Kokomo. Avenanti is 0 for 2 with a sac bunt and a hit batsman in the 7th. Stole a base and eventually scored part of that 3-run 7th inning on the 2 RBI single by Austin Elder off of Jimmy Burnett. Burnett still in line for the win. Probst in line for the save if he can get it. And Linfield looks to turn 2. They've done so twice today. Here's Avenanti, the lefty, against the lefty Probst. See if he'll bunt. First pitch does not, and takes a strike on the outside corner, a fastball from Probst. It's 0-1. Rockford goes to Traverse City tomorrow, 7:05 first pitch, up at Pittsburgh's Park in northwestern Michigan. Kokomo will host Kenosha at 7:05 here, both times Eastern. 0-1 on Avenanti. Pitch. Slider gets away from the Minzy, and going to second base, Cleary. He stops it right there. A ball and a strike. That's the first pitch to get by Minzy so far. He's only pitched or played this 9th inning. After Zavoli gets the rest of the night off. Now Cleary on second base is the tying run for the Jackrabbits. Avenanti, hitless so far today, was 2 for 2 yesterday with a double. Looking for his first RBI. Time called though. 1-1 on the center fielder Avenanti from St. John's. Cleary on second base, the tying run. And now Probst wants time, and he wants Minzy to chat with him. Getting the signs right with Avenanti potentially taking them from second base. Right behind, he's got a good view when he takes his lead. Well, tomorrow for Rockford, they have not announced a starter. Chase Gearing will start for Traverse City. And he's faced Rockford before. His last start was against the Rivets 5 days ago. 1-1 on Avenanti. Pitch from Probst. Fastball in the dirt to the outside. Minzy blocks it with the glove. 2-1. Gearing picked up a win against Rockford 5 days ago. In Rockford, allowed 1 unearned run in 5 innings. Part of a 3-1 win in Game 2 for Traverse City in that series. He'll face whoever Rockford puts out tomorrow. 2 balls and a strike to Avenanti. Probst set at the letters. Cleary at second. Rockford is up ahead by a 1. 2-1 pitch. Slider, low and outside. 3-1 from Probst. So Eubanks gets just 1 inning, and Probst out there for the save. He's a guy who he'll get the saves, but he'll put you through the ringer to get them. 3-1 on Avenanti. Brennan Chinea waits on deck. Cleary not being held off second base, takes his lead, and a good one. 3-1 pitch. Fastball inside corner, no, ball 4. Probst walks his man. Probst rarely walks anybody. Gives up the walk here on 5 pitches. Just 8 walks against 34 strikeouts for Tanner Probst this season. He walked a man yesterday as well to begin his appearance. Now first and second for Chinea. Tying and winning runs now on base, and Chinea can certainly bring him in. Chinea on the year, batting .324. Top average in the lineup. 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored today. Righty batter against the lefty Probst. Out of Nova Southeastern is Chinea. First pitch from Probst to Chinea on the way. Fastball wave and a miss for strike 1. That was in the dirt, and Chinea chased it. Logan Jarvis waits on deck. Dangerous as he is, Probst struck him out to end the ball game yesterday. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Rockford leads 5-4, bottom 9, 2 on, 1 out for Kokomo. They threaten once again in the 9th inning. Probst looks back, now fires the 0-1 pitch. Slider is high and outside, 1-1, the count evens. And on we go. Traverse City and Kalamazoo are even at 1 in the 9th inning. So we don't know what effect this will have just yet if Rockford does hang on. 1-1 to Chinea. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul back on a slider and on the hands and fouled back to the screen. 1-2 the count. Jarvis waits on deck, and it may come down to Probst versus Jarvis with 2 out and the tying run in scoring position for the second straight night. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Chinea. Steps back in after calling time. Probst leans in, and the lefty wants the sign from Mincy. Can't agree on one now. Mincy gives it to him and sets letter high does Probst. 1-2 on Chinea. Here's the pitch. Fastball at 93 is up high, ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Chinea, who's been patient at the plate after a first pitch wave and miss. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The shortstop Chinea. Cleary at second, Abenanti at first. Rockford leads 5-4 in the 9th inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Pitch to Chinea. Swinging a high fly ball that's popping foul to left field, out of play into the bullpen. And the count still 2-2 from Probst. Nobody warming up in the Rockford bullpen. Kokomo's got someone getting loose in their pen. Can't see a number. Wearing their pink flamingo jerseys are the Rabbits, looking to at least tie it here in the 9th. Tying and go-ahead runs on base. 2-2 from Probst to Chinea with 1 out. Probst set letter high. Here's the 2-2. Fastball swing and a miss, and down goes Chinea. 93 miles an hour on the outer half, and Chinea cannot catch up. He blew it right by him, did Probst. And once again, it'll be Probst versus Logan Jarvis. Perhaps the most dangerous Rabbit hitter, with 2 out in the last of the 9th, trailing by a run Kokomo, and the tying run in scoring position. First and second, 2 out, and here's Jarvis. Jarvis is 1 for 4. Singled back in the first. Since then, he has grounded out and struck out twice. Has scored a run today, though, after he reached on a drop third strike in the 7th inning, his last time up. Probst struck him out last ball game to end it, with 2 in scoring position and 2 out. Now first and second and 2 away. Lefty on lefty. Probst, the 0-0 pitch coming. Slider is high. 1 ball and no strikes. Austin Elder would be next, the Kokomo backstop. 5-4 Rockford bottom 9. Looking for a series sweep, but it has not come without some drama. Kokomo's lost 6 in a row, looking for a big comeback win, as they've done quite a few times here at home. A ball and no strikes to Jarvis. And Probst steps off the mound, as does Jarvis from the batter's box. We've played 2 hours and 45 minutes today. Yesterday took 2:55. 1 ball, no strikes to Jarvis. Here's the pitch from Probst. Fastball is low and outside, 2-0. And Probst gets behind the count on Jarvis. Jarvis with 2 home runs, 29 RBIs. Batting .307 in the 3rd spot in the order, the usual leadoff guy for Hayden Carter and Kokomo, their manager, with the highest batting average most of the season. 2 balls, no strikes to Jarvis. Here's the pitch. Swinging a ground ball to second base, moving to his right. Dutton, short throw, flip over to Probst. He steps on the bag in time to get him, and that retires the side and ends the ball game. Rockford, for the first time in just under a month, has swept a club. Probst stepped on the bag at first base just in time to get Jarvis, who was on a knee and now finally gets up. And Probst once again wins the battle with Logan Jarvis, and Rockford wins 2 straight here in Kokomo, Indiana. 5-4 the final in game number 2. In 2 hours and 46 minutes, Tanner Probst with 2 saves in as many games. Jimmy Burnett gets the win. The loss goes to Parker Sosofsky. A pair of 1-run wins for the Rockford Rivets. How about this series? 4-3 yesterday. Probst with a wild pitch to score a run. Struck out Jarvis to end it. And here in the 9th today, a 5-4 win. Probst with 2 on base, gets a very close put out at first, covering the bag to retire Jarvis on the base pass and end the ball game. And Rockford, for the first time since June 27th and 28th, on July 25th and 26th, have a sweep. They do so here in Kokomo, Indiana at Municipal Stadium. A 5-4 win in Game 2 over the Kokomo Jackrabbits. And Rockford goes to Traverse City on a 2-game win streak. So they lost 7 in a row, and they've won 2 straight here in Kokomo. Rabbits have now lost 7 straight. And Rockford will take some momentum into a 2-game set with Traverse City. That being said, the Spitters have the best home field advantage in the Northwoods League. They just swept Rockford in Loves Park. And the Rivets have just barely squeaked by a struggling Kokomo team, so who knows how it's going to play out tomorrow. We await a Rockford starter. It'll be Chase Gearing for Traverse City. First pitch, 7:05 tomorrow up in Pitt Spitters Park. Final line, 5 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors for Rockford, 4 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for the Kokomo Jackrabbits. In 2 hours and 46 minutes, the win goes to Burnett, the save goes to Probst, and the loss goes to Parker Sisovsky for Kokomo. So Rockford wins Game 2 and earns the series sweep 5-4. I will talk to you tomorrow from Pitt Spitters Park.